So I will add a warning here, this video is about to get very depressing, so grab your favourite plushie. My favourite at the moment is Sylvester here. Look at how grumpy he is, So just squeeze the life out of that plushie and enjoy this video about me talking about the last 10 years of my life. Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome to this video. I am 30 years old. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. I'm turning 30 in 3 days on the 17th. But this is my schedule, this is just when I upload. So, anyway, with turning 30, I wanted to reflect on my past 10 years of my life. Okay, another lie. Technically, the story starts when I was 19, so yeah. So, 11 years of my life, technically. That's when everything changed for me for the worst. During a furry convention, because all bad stories start with a furry convention, I came out to my mum. Through text. Not the best way to do it. I just felt so good being at the FurCon. I was with like-minded people, and most importantly, I was away from home. So I texted my mum that I was gay. But I also did say some pretty mean things, I will gladly admit. Like, I was very mean on how I came out, because I did call her a witch, and that I'm old enough to do whatever I want and be who I want to be, and that she really hurt me when I was 15. And brought up an incident there that when I told her I had an online boyfriend, and she said I was too young to understand what I wanted, only because she was 16 when she got pregnant, and apparently being gay was the same thing. And then obviously having an online boyfriend when I was like 15, they too were about 15, 16 or whatever. I get it, as an adult now, I get it, it's a little bit like, it's who knows who they actually are and all that stuff. I have now met them and have done things with them, so screw you, Mum. But at the same time, yeah, no, they were absolutely who they were, so, it was perfectly fine. But to a point, I do understand, I do get it. But it's the fact that she yelled at me as said, "You're 15, you don't know what you want." It's the way she said it. It was extremely hurtful, and just, I lost all my trust in her, or lost all my love in her that day. And I never really brought up the gay thing again. I never really brought it up or anything. And so it was just, yeah, it was bottled up for, I guess, the next 4 years or so. Which, yeah, I know it's definitely because she herself got pregnant at like 16 or so that she was like, "You're 15, you don't know what you want," I absolutely understand. That's definitely a part of it. Basically, I called her out while coming out. And because of that, I didn't have a home to return to, as I was still living with Mum. Again, I was like 19, so not unusual. But that's not the big thing that happened as well. My mum tried to unalive herself because of what I said to her. And admittedly, I did also pick up the phone right away because I was scared, but I just came out and I needed time to kind of process doing so. And apparently, within that time, my mum tried doing that. And then once I was home and moving my stuff out, my pop, aka my mum's dad, just to be clear, said if I ever do anything to hurt his daughter again, he would kill me. So yeah, I almost killed my own mum, and my life was threatened by my pop. Great. But you know what the worst part about the whole coming out side of it was? It is the fact that it just never was talked about. My mum made it all about her. Like, that's basically what my therapist has kind of said, it's basically just kind of helped confirm with me, is that she did kind of make it all about her. Yeah, I know that's such a mean thing to say, but the gay thing just was never brought up. Or if it was a quick, "I don't care, you did this," to me, basically. And that in itself was hurtful, because then it didn't feel like I even came out, because then that wasn't what we talked about. And so, again, I still felt like I had to hide that part of myself then to my family and everything, because it never really came out. The whole gay thing really wasn't solved until like a year ago, honestly, when my mom had like an 80s themed party and I dressed like this, which I absolutely love that look. I still, like, it's very, yeah, I love it. Because I decided, kind of, screw it. I was living in this, like, house at the time, and, like, here I felt safe. I've been using makeup, I've been, like, doing my nails a lot lately, and just kind of just expressing myself more. And I kind of just decided, screw it, I'm not going to care anymore. I kind of dress the way I want. And my mom, slightly drunk, said she loved me for me. So yeah, that only took until I was like 29 until I found out my mom actually did accept me, you know? Like, I know she has in the past said that she doesn't care, but it's not the same as when what she did that night, you know? It's just, yeah. Anyway, so I was forced to move in with my dad, who I already had a strained relationship with. Like, that's a whole other thing, but yeah, that's not technically in the past 10 years, I guess, that side of the things, but yeah. But yeah, and so the next few years of my life were absolutely horrible. You see, my dad was never allowed. He had off and on again girlfriends, but at this point, mostly just a one girlfriend. Who was younger than my brother, which is younger than my older brother, but still, that was a whole other thing. And then she got, and then like they would go off and on again as well. Like it was always generally those two, but it was just on and off again. She would live there, then she wouldn't live there. And then she got pregnant with some other dude who then, like, my dad decided, yeah, I'll help you raise the baby and all that kind of stuff. And then so now he was another kid there, so he wasn't paying attention to me and treating me like shit or whatever. It's like all about her, and just, but like, it was just like, she's manipulating you. She's not a good person and all this stuff. And he just couldn't see it and just would get angry and mad and all this shit and just, not as bad as I make it sound. He was never abusive. I'll absolutely say that. He was never abusive. But yeah, anyway, he was never allowed. He would sometimes disappear for 2 weeks or more, and I wouldn't know where he was. So I was just waiting for the cops to show up to the door and tell me my dad was dead in a ditch somewhere. So that was fun. Yeah, that was legitimately my fault. I didn't know where he went. I didn't know where he got. I would generally know, yes, he would go to his girlfriend's, but he would be gone for weeks sometimes. So I would just wait around in the living room, waiting for the cops to show up and tell me he's dead, which is messed up. So, like, yeah, I was like 19 at this time, sure, but I didn't know how to survive. I didn't know how to use the oven. I didn't know anything about saving money. I didn't know how to really shop for groceries or like what kind of groceries work, what kind of seasonings, what kind of this and that for food. I didn't understand any of that stuff. It's not like they didn't teach me stuff here and there, but I was in a new environment, had to like 100% cook for myself. Because I think while living with my mum, she still cooked the meals, you know, she was getting to cook anyway, so. But I think occasionally I would still cook up a nice lunch or something for myself, cook up like French toast. That was a huge thing for me, always just French toast, because it's, you know, just egg, milk, bread, simple. But I didn't understand recipes. I didn't understand how to like use a recipe or anything like that. I wasn't really taught all that kind of stuff. I wasn't taught how to do my own laundry. I was just taught all this stuff. And then it was also like an hour walk to the shops, and on the way back, it was very much uphill. So it was extremely tiring and painful, and of course, I can't carry all that much by myself. I also just didn't have a lot of money. I would try saving it, or most of it would go to bills or wed, which was always too much for me to handle, but I had no choice. Yes, I would end up kind of saving up for conventions and such because that was the only escape that I could get. You know, I would be at least go, you know, to a hotel for a couple of days, and that would be a saving grace for me. That's the only thing I had looking forward to all year. But yeah, there was plenty of times then I would go without eating, and I had lost quite a bit of weight in this time that one of my friends noticed. I remember that. I remember one of my friends mentioning I looked like I lost weight. And yeah, I generally did. Because there was just never any food in the house. And like dad would cook up like some pretty bad meals. Like it would still cook occasionally. So I kind of would, especially at least in that first kind of year or whatever, first couple months or whatever, I would wait around for him to come home, but he never did. So it'll be about midnight, but by the time I realized I'm not getting any food. So I would go up to the service station up the road and just buy a bag of chips, which I kind of realized I always need packets of chips in the house. If I don't have chips in the house, I get stressed because then to me, that means I have no food to eat. And just, wow. That right there is a trauma response. That is kind of messed up. That is kind of messed up. That's something I realized. I need chips. I have several packets of chips in my room, just right over there at the moment. Several packets of them. Because I need them. Because then I know I have food in the house. That is absolutely a trauma response. Because it would be early saving grace, because I needed to eat something then and there. I didn't have time to cook, nor did I understand how to cook. I still didn't know how to use the oven. I didn't know how to do anything. Yes, I'm generally an idiot and need to be told several times on how to do things. I don't know why, but that's generally just something that's part of me that I do need to kind of be told, because I don't understand these things. I had to teach myself so much. I had to teach myself so goddamn much. Because just no one helped me. No one helped me. It would... One of the things that I would do is eat dog food. I had to eat dog food, so I had at least something. Never wet food, to be clear. Just dry food, biscuits. So I could have something that was food-like. It was that bad. The only thing keeping me sane was my dog, Shadow. My dad was never around, so I always had to look after her, without him telling me I had to look after her, because he would just be gone, so it was just like, oh, well, I guess it's my duty now. Guess I have to go buy dog food and bring that up the giant hill or whatever. This all went on for, around 3 to 4 years. It's hard, because I got a very bad memory on figuring out dates and time and all that. But I was there for a very long time. I would also talk to my grandma, who lived down the road, who was like a little old Welsh lady, so I do have some Welsh in me, and I would tell her everything. Everything. I used her as a therapist, essentially. I trusted her. But it turns out she was telling everyone everything I told her. And it turns out, yeah, she was just a very controlling person, which I generally already knew. She was that kind of person. She's just that kind of little old Welsh lady, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. There was one time when I was at therapy, she wanted to talk to my therapist about something. It wasn't the most... It was a very basic kind of thing and all that. But, I don't know. I was kind of I don't really want to deal with it. I don't want her to talk about. I don't want to deal with it today. I think it was about jobs or work or something like that. I was kind of just no, not today. And so the therapist came out and said that his patient, me, doesn't feel comfortable with it. And so she was like, oh, okay. And then we walked out the building and she starts screaming at me, calling me all sorts of names and calling a therapist a dickhead and all this stuff. Just absolutely having a go at me and then telling me I have to walk home. It wasn't that far of a walk. I mean, it was over an hour walk and then back uphill and all that stuff. It wasn't the nicest walk home, but, it was, telling me I have to walk home and all that. And then, sorry. Told you it's going to be a depressing video and now I'm getting all emotional. Yeah. And yeah, telling me I have to walk home, and this made the therapist come out and tell me to come back inside. What a better way to confirm, yeah, my life is kind of fucked, to have a family member scream at you, scream at me outside a therapy office. What a better way to confirm, yeah, see, this is what I deal with. If that's something I would never forget, just having the therapist come out and tell you to come back in and continue to stick around for another half hour or so and to confirm that I'm okay and can walk home and all this stuff. And yeah, he was a good dude. And my grandma did not like him, and it's just because he told you no. She didn't like being told no. Yeah, it just, yeah, I no longer talk to her or my dad, who also tried turning me straight. Like, he never cared for my feelings, never believed in me when I said I was gay. Like, I would have, like, a friend over who just happened to be female or just happened to be a girl, and he would be like, oh, yeah, I guess you're straight then. Like, he would never say that, but it was very much clear that he was very confused about me being gay, and just like, yeah, I don't know if you are gay. I mean, you had a girl over, and it's just, so frustrating. Because again, I never really came out gay, so there was a part of me that was absolutely goddamn struggling with my sexuality as well. Absolutely, and this goddamn wasn't helping. It absolutely wasn't. And I would try to talk to my dad still now and then, and talk to my grandma for like, a couple of years after I left, but the last time I talked to my grandma, she said I had a black heart. So yeah, great person. I can't remember exactly what I did to warrant them saying I have a black heart. Sorry. Um, yeah, I don't know what warranted that exactly. Probably goddamn nothing, obviously. Goddamn nothing. They've never fucking apologized for any of this. I've never goddamn cared. They only wanted to go their way, tried changing me, and just. Because now that I'm 30, there was like a whole thing of me thinking, you know what, maybe I should contact them. I know my grandma and my grandpa are, they're a lot more older now. They're kind of sick and can't really do a whole lot. So maybe I should go see them, before something does happen. My dad got divorced and all this, and so he's living alone and all that, I guess. And just like, maybe I should go see them again, just for like Christmas, essentially, or for my 30th birthday. But toxic is just toxic. Family is not them. Family is the friends that you make. But yeah, like, during this, I was with the. But yeah, during this, I was going to doctors, I was going to therapists, so there was just so much happening in my life. I was going to job providers, to try and get a job and all this, but then I wasn't really getting a job because I was too sick, but then I had to go there kind of either weekly or every 2 weeks and kind of do activities or sign up for jobs. I've applied for over 1,000 jobs at this point. Over 1,000. Not one has given a shit about me. So that, feels great. That feels great. But yeah, I was also then, meeting the furries. And so, like, I had a whole new friend group. Not a single high school friend has contacted me. Not a single high school friend. Even my best friend has never contacted me after we finished high school. So, yeah. So, kind of dealing with all that kind of rejection as well. And just, yeah, I just had to get used to trying to make new friends and going to new places that were new and scary, going to the big city and all that. But honestly, I had no will to live. I did not care at all what happened to me. I would go to, I would have long walks down a creek near our place that apparently a couple bodies were found at one point. I would go there late at night quite often just to go for a nice little walk, basically in a little foresty, very tiny little foresty little area, and kind of just walk along there and just. I did not care. I didn't care about my life. I just. If something happened to me, yay. That's how I felt. I honestly just did not care. But I did find one friend who I moved in with, which was like over an hour away from where I used to be, and so that started a whole new journey for me, getting used to new places, actually renting and paying bills, and then living with 3 other people. With two of them, yeah, one of them was my best friend. The other two were kind of hard to get along with. One of them always wanted sex from me, which I never did, and so that made him not like me, I'm pretty sure. The other one has his own whole thing happening, and he was very stressful to deal with, absolutely really stressful to deal with. And so it was very uncomfortable living there. But then we also then did move out together, all of us, or moved into a different home, lived there for like a few years. Again, I'm really bad with timing and years and all that stuff. Things with those two were becoming extremely strained, and it was just really difficult with like living with those two. My friend was still there, and that's like the only part that was keeping me sane. But yeah, I needed out of there as soon as possible. So I then moved in with two others for 4 years until finally moving back in with a best friend a year ago, and that's where I'm at now. So the last 10 years, I've lived in like 5 different places. I've also been to like 5 different therapists, been to many, many, many different doctors, and just a lot made and lost lots of friends. The relationship with my family has been heavily strained. I don't talk to my dad's side of the family, just haven't in years. Again, family doesn't mean crap. Family is who keeps you going. And with that, it's my friends, not my blood relatives. I do have a lot of trauma I went through those first years of my training. Like, again, the whole chip things. I need chips. I need those snacks so that I know that I have food in the house. It's so bad. And just I had to teach myself so much. Just all about saving and cooking and working out things. And just I taught myself so much, and it was a lot. It was a lot, and again, I do have a lot of trauma for those first few years of my 20s, and like my therapist now, I appreciate my therapist that I have now. She's just like a little old lady. She has been pretty nice. She's not too bad. She's given me all the same usual shit, but she's the first one that like I mentioned that like my mom tried to hurt herself, tried to end it because of me saying I was gay and like all the stuff I called her. Yeah, again, I was mean. I will absolutely admit to that. But obviously, there is a bigger picture there of me coming out, and then getting kicked out of my home and dealing with all that, having to eat dog food and all that stuff to live. And she was the first one to go, wow, that sounds like trauma. That's a trauma thing. You have trauma. Like, she was the first one to actually say trauma, basically, and just admit that I have trauma, that I have a lot more going on, basically. She's the first one to say that, so I appreciate her for that, honestly. Yeah, she's not too bad. She hasn't been too bad to me. Yes, I do appreciate that. Just in short, my 20s sucked. My 20s sucked. It's been nothing but stress. Absolutely. Like they were generally like the worst years of my life that really fucked me up. I could be someone, I could be something, but goddamn, I had so much happening up in here, to so much screwing with my life that I had no time to kind of sit down and focus on YouTube. I started making videos back in 2012, and I could be somewhere. I could have done something, but I had so much happening, so much screwing with my life, so much screwing my head. It's just, dog food only gives you so much energy. uh, Though I do also have some great memories. The furry conventions I went to were incredible. Yes, even the one in 2012, of which you can't see it. Yeah, that's the poster up there, up of it. Yeah, up there. I have that poster up there because of the memories there. I loved every second of it. Yeah, that's the one where I came out and was to my mom and all that, and so there is that one little bit of memory, but everything else was amazing. That was a start of something new. For the worst, for a good long time, but that also changed my life. And just organizing that, like that was just something kind of big for me to do. Organizing plane trips, organizing hotels. I did all that, and as dumb as it sounds, those are kind of big achievements for me. Considering all the crap I was going through and not understanding how to even use an oven, yet I managed to work that out, and that's something kind of amazing that I did, and something I'm pretty proud of. And also just going there with my best friend and just finding that new best friend who has always just stuck by me no matter what, and just that's amazing. And going there, going to Movie World and Sea World, my bestie, it was great. I had so much fun, and meeting people from all around the world at conventions and getting to see them every year was always something I look forward to. I'm sad that I haven't been to a convention in like 5 years since like COVID hit, because I just haven't had the money these days. It's hard for kind of everyone to kind of do that kind of saving, for conventions. I just haven't had the money, unfortunately. Yeah, no, it's just been way too difficult. But yeah, just meeting all these new people, meeting Telephone and Uncle Kage, getting my first fursuit and my second suit, and even Sass, just finding these reasons to live. Because I honestly, this is the part that's real depressing. I never thought I would make it past 25. I had a plan. I had a plan to not make it past 25. But here I am today, I guess. But yeah, I think when I was like 20 or so, I kind of decided if things don't improve, if things aren't better by 25, then why am I even here? Turns out I'm just a bit of a coward anyway, so it's just to even do anything, but here I am. Here I am today. Still here, and I'm gonna make a promise to make the next 10 years the best years of my life. Thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was depressing. I apologize for that. I really apologize, but I feel like I have probably talked about a lot of these things before, but I kind of needed to talk about the last 10 years. So I won't be talking about them again, hopefully. I won't try to, not like this anyway, because I got another 10 years of videos and things to talk about, a whole another 10 years of life happening. Well, maybe. Yeah. sorry to make that sound weird, but yeah, the next 10 years, the next video I do when I turn 40 and talking about the last 10 years won't be about this stuff. It won't be this depressing. But it is scary, but it will be a new chapter of my life. I hope. I hope things change. It might just end up being the same old shit. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, or, well, yeah, I hope you watched it till the end, at least, and just, support my channel. I really appreciate it. PayPal is down below if you got, or PayPal Coffee if you want to help donate to me, want to give me a little something for my birthday or Christmas, help me out a little bit there. I don't know what my Christmas plans are, or New Year's, or anything like that. I lost the friends who did did New Year's stuff, so screw them. I guess. I don't know. It's just it's been a lot. The last 10 years have been so much. It's been, I don't want to I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. Anyway, guys, yeah, PayPal and all that's down below if you want to help me out, donate, give me a little something for my birthday or whatever. And then, yeah, you can go follow my Twitter as well, all linked down below. Hope you, yeah, give this video a like. Give it a like, please, guys, because it will help out anyway. Either way, make this video look good, Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, because I'll love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and VitoFox says, Be who you want to be. Alright, guys. Bye for now. I'm gonna have fun editing this video.